I was waiting until I got out of the mountains, but I'm pretty sure I'm a clear sailing for the next hour. So we can do a live stream for an hour. So I'm going to give you guys a recap of the show. I want to give you a recap of how just my opinion of the show, which really is a recap of the economy. I've been doing that show. The first time I did that show, the Nurses show, I just can't believe it. The first time I did it was 19, I think it was either 1998 or 1997. One of those 2 years was my first show that I did. Because there were two main shows that I did, well, three main shows that I used to do when I was with SCX Slot Car, or when I was with Irwin Toy. I did the Richter show, which was in Chicago. Let me take your pads out. You guys don't like me when I have my ear pods in. So the first show that I would do was the Richter show. It was called Richter, basically Retailers Association. It was a huge show in Chicago at Rosemont. It was basically a 5-day show. Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday were consumer-only days. And they would get 50,000 consumers from Chicago to come to this show. I used to have kids, a line of kids, at least 100 deep to race SCX Digital. That was 1998, 99, 2000, 2001. Those were huge shows. And then that show kind of disappeared. The last one they did was in, I think 2011. I mean, it ran for a long time, but I hadn't gone to it since 2001. And then, I got to cover up my phone. It's overheating. And then, so I did the Richter show in Chicago. I would do NERSA in Vegas. And then I would do the Philadelphia Hobby Show in Philadelphia. Then that one kind of did away with because nobody would attend it anymore. That's when retail was changing in after 2001. It was literally dying. Right. And so I've been doing the Nurses show, and it's been a pretty steady show for the last 20 years. It's been 23 years now, 24 years. So I've been doing it off and on for 24 years. I probably missed maybe 6 years of the show. I probably would have missed 2002, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I did 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. No, 20, 21, 22. And there's one thing that I noticed about this show. There were a lot of retailers there. We had less manufacturers, number one. Not a lot of new product. Some new product, a lot of RC, but not anything really, nothing really stood out. Okay? I mean, there were, I don't want to get the opinion that there was nothing really, but nothing really massive that was, wow, this is the, they have a lot of RC, but nothing that just said, wow, this is awesome. And
I mean, I had some orders, not as many as I'd like to got, I'll be honest. I just don't think people have money. I just... The economy is just... David and I, last night, we decided to go to Benihana's for dinner. Now, normally, when I go to Benihana's, during the strip, during the week in the strip, if you don't call a day ahead, you're not getting in. And so I booked at 7 o'clock for dinner. All right. But we got there at 5 o'clock, a little early, about 5:30, and I said, Can we come in? There was nobody there. The place was empty. And that's the way the strip looked. And then I noticed inside the casino, we stayed at the Orleans, okay? So here's what I played with. So when I got there, let's see, what was it? Sunday, I put $10 in a Keno machine, I think it's called.
Really, Dad?
Okay, wait. $10, and that was gone. So, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yesterday, nothing. I didn't do no machines at all, nothing. I didn't do anything. Then last night, so I was watching some YouTube down in the thingamajiggy. And so I was going back up to the room, and I had $20, and I put it in a machine. What?
100% on my math test.
I put 20 in a machine. I hit, like, I think $9, so that means I had $29. And I said, I'm going to do it one more time. So I hit it again, and it missed, and I was down to like $10. And then I hit it again, and it hit a big lot, and it was 3,850 pennies, which was $38.50. I said, that's it, and I cashed out and went to bed. So I spent I spent a total of 30, and I left with 38. So
you made $8?
I made $8. I made $8. Okay, so that covered
What? Nothing?
nothing. Didn't cover it. It was $8.
I mean, it covered a fraction of your gas.
Are you kidding? Not even a fraction of my gas.
Half a fraction.
Half a fraction.
Maybe a quarter.
So the Orleans, but what I noticed, and this was every day, this wasn't just Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, even Saturday, because we got there Saturday. There was nobody in the casino. It was virtually empty. I mean, you had your typical doing certain tables, but the overall amount of people that were there, half of what it used to be. And one thing I noticed too is that
got there Sunday.
yeah, I know, that's what I said.
It's Saturday.
Oh, did I? One thing I did notice is that so whenever this was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I would play the craps because I loved throwing the dice. And I always thought that craps was the most unrigged. I mean, you're just throwing dice. So I mean, you're throwing dice, and whatever they lie, that's what they lie at. Okay, so you're really on the gambling is the dice. Are they going to hit 7? Or are they going to hit 11? And it used to be $5 craps table, so it was $5. So you could bid, you could minimum $5, and then you could bet, you could double that, would be 10, and it was kind of affordable. You know, you could come in with $100 and you could do it. I used to do it where I could be there for 2 hours with $100, and now it's $10. I haven't done craps table in, gosh, 4 years now, I think. I didn't do it at all this time. I just think things are changing, and you know, I know everybody's got their own political slant, and I understand that. But I'll tell you something. I saw something yesterday that I don't know if anybody saw that giant rally in New York City, in Brooklyn yesterday.
Yeah, Trump.
Oh my gosh. That was amazing. I'm just like, you guys are going to ignore this? Unbelievable. Now, I do have some, they did give me, I'm going to show these tonight. I'm at the hotel room, I'm going to get all the cars, and I'm going to do a close-up of all the new cars, okay? And we're going to show off all the Brie cars, the John Wick cars. We're going to do a close-up of all these cars.
Just to remind you, don't say anything else.
Yes, I know. And I had a great, I don't know if I told you guys this or not. Maybe I did or maybe I didn't. I had a great conversation with Chad on Tuesday night. And about an hour. We must have talked about an hour and a half.
2 hours. And I was sitting at the other side of the table. Tired.
It must have been brutal for him to sit there and listen to me talk for an hour. And he was giving me so much information on, not information, but just on things that are happening at Auto World, things that are like, for example, this new. All I can tell you is, and they've made, I'm allowed to say the new AMP chassis. That's all I can say. And it is. It's going to change. It's going to change. I can't read the comments unless David gets on and reads the comments. But it's going to change. It's going to put a different dynamic into slot cars. This new AMP system that Auto World is coming out with. That's all I can say right now. They're going to be sending me samples of certain things, and we're going to do a collaboration of videos. Because the fact of the matter is, I've got 11,000 subscribers. They got 22 on their channel. Now, they get many more views overall than I do. But we want to build all those numbers up. And we're going to be doing some collaborations between Auto World and between ProTinker to drive the excitement of what's coming out over the next 6 months. Because what's coming over the next 6 months is it's exciting. It's exciting. And you know, there are a lot of people that are excited about what is going to be coming out over the next 6 months. And this new AMP system, oh my goodness. Yeah. Now he did give me an update on the app system that they were going to put in the Victory 400. That was going to have an app. It was going to be a racing system, and that's been put on hold right now. So that isn't coming out anytime soon. There's really nobody has, I mean, other than your professional systems that interface with a computer, which they're okay, but you need a lap counting system that is a double screen that goes on the track that can adjust from 2 to 6 or 8 cars. And you basically just set it on your track. It's a double screen, so no matter what direction you are, you can be seeing that screen, and it will count the laps. It'll tell you who's in first. A very simple but precise lap counting system. I mean, it's not complicated. And whoever comes out with one of those first, they're going to have one for everybody. And all you have to do is do it's almost like what we did with SCX, the module system. You know, all you have to do is just, if you're going to do 4 lanes, you put another module on it. 6 lanes, you do another module. 8 lanes, another module. 10 lanes, another module. You know, so that I'm just talking out. I'm talking out loud now. Right now, we're headed to the show on Sunday in Kentucky. And David and I will be getting there Saturday afternoon. I did talk to Robert Malta, and we are going to be. There is a new car. We are doing a new exclusive. It's not going to be Auto World, but we're doing an exclusive for Bob Malta. We're going to have 500 cars shipped to our store, and they're going to be a GT40, and we're going to be coming out with images soon. And I just found this out yesterday. He called me yesterday and said, "Hey, do you want to still be in this production?" And they are supposed to be here in November and November, December, before Christmas. I think it's going to be either a goldish GT40. I didn't design it. It was designed by Robert Malta. And we will, there's 4 people that are invested in this, and everybody's going to get 500 cars. And I got to talk to Daniel and Ryan, but I think that's going to be our club car for our club members. They will be able to get one of those cars. If not, we're going to offer just another one of our cars. But I have a feeling that we're going to have to offer the Racemaster car as our club car. And we will let you know that when I get back, so I can have a conversation with Ryan and Daniel on Tuesday. So that's another good news. The GT40s, they should be getting those cars today. Actually, they shipped on Monday. And the Brie cars, those should be shipping next week. And we've got a lot of we got all the chassis in, the model motoring chassis. And so there is a lot of exciting things that are moving forward right now. And I'm excited for what's going to happen for the rest of this year. Like Richard said a couple months ago, the rocket ship is loaded and ready to launch. And they are launching. Auto World is launching a lot of product. And I don't want to talk about it in detail, but I had this really interesting conversation with Chad. And I'm going to kind of talk about it in a cryptic way. And I don't want to talk about it in a negative way. I want to talk about it as a positive direction. Every company, I don't care what company you have, it goes in a direction for so long, and sometimes it needs to be shaken up and it just goes in a different direction. Not saying that the one direction wasn't right, it's just that sometimes things will get stale or things will will get kind of stagnant. People get set in their ways. They don't want to do something different. Now, I'm that way in some ways, but then, you know, it's like when I had my newsstand, I'll get back to the auto world because it's really important that you understand what's going on right now with auto world. I need 20 thumbs up too, by the way. And if I don't get those, I'm going to have to turn the live stream off. But I remember when I had Young's Newsstand, and I had Young's Newsstand. I was open about 4 years, and I was selling comic books, but I wasn't excited, you know. And so I took Bryan to my first. No, I didn't take Bryan my first time, but I went to the first Capital City convention. And I saw all this new product that was coming out. I saw all this new items that I could carry and sell. And it just revigorated my it revigorated my energy into retail. And then the next year I took Ryan and I got Games Workshop. Oh, Games Workshop. Oh, I forgot to tell you that. Oh my gosh. So when I found about this, I went little. So there's one game that Games Workshop used to have, and it was called Epic Battles. And they're basically little tanks and army men and titans, and you would have these huge battles. Well, they've come out with it again, but in a smaller version because it's going to be it's similar to RoboGear, but it's smaller. And I'm going to start painting miniatures, and we're going to start pushing that game like crazy. I'm going to have battles on videos. Oh man, the amount of videos that I'm going to be doing over the next 3 months, 6 months, I'm going to be video nut. All right, getting back to Auto World. So I started going to trade shows every year, and I'd learn new things. I'd buy new products. They'd have all these special sales, and I would come back, and I would sell all this stuff, and it was awesome. And that's the same thing with Auto World. And one thing that Chad was saying about Auto World is that, you know, they had 4 divisions. And now these 4 divisions, you know, the RC, the slot car, or not RC, slot cars, model kits, die cast, they're all now collaborating on what type of new product to come out with. Because if it's a model kit, maybe that might work for RC, or not RC, but and that's not a Freudian slip. They're not coming out with RC, just so you know. It's just there was so much RC at the show that I'm thinking RC. But die casts, slot cars, and model kits. That, you know, there might be something that was great for a model kit, but might not be great for slot cars, but it might be great for die cast. Or die cast might be great for a slot car, but not great for a model kit. And so what I found out was that there's a new creative spirit at Auto World that is going to bring a whole new light of creativity. And I want to, you know, at first I was very critical of the new management, and I had that apology a couple months ago that I want to just I want to emphasize my apologies again of whatever I might have said, and I've deleted a lot of my videos because that was just wrong of me. It was wrong, period. And after having this great conversation with Chad, and I wish you guys were in on that conversation because it was pretty amazing. And the items that are coming out, the ideas that are flowing at Auto World. And I found out something really interesting. So Tom Lowell, he's the one that started, it was really called Johnny Lightning. And he had gotten Johnny License, the license and everything, from Tommy. I guess Tommy bought the Johnny license a while ago, like in the 90s. They bought the Johnny Lightning license back in the 1970s. And they bought that license, and then Tom Lowell kind of leased it out. And then I don't know if I can't remember how it worked. Maybe it was that, no, okay, so here, Tom Lowell had the Johnny Lightning, and then he sold it to Tommy. Well, Tommy wasn't doing anything with it. And so he started a new company called Round 2, which basically this is the second round of starting this company. So he called it Round 2, and he's got a kangaroo instead of Johnny Lightning. I think it was a, I don't know if it was a kangaroo that was the character of the, anyway. And that's how the name Round 2 got. I'm all over the place right now, guys, because there was so much talk at this show, with Chad. I mean, we had so many good conversations, and yesterday was great. We had a really good conversation about their 1/64 scale cars. It's called True Scale. So like they have like pickup trucks, and then they show you a Pinto. Well, normally with diecast, if you show a pickup and then you show a Pinto next to it, the Pinto would be half the size of that pickup. But in slot cars, it's the same scale almost. It's like I always tell people the Ford Mustang is not the same size as a an Impala. It was almost half the size. Well, you couldn't do that in that scale. It just wouldn't work. You'd have to have chassis. You'd have to have all these different chassis with different sizes, and so their diecast True Scale is really impressive, and they're very excited about what they're going to be doing with their True Scale, and how they're going to be coming out with many more diecast, and there's just so much coming over the next 6 months that it's just real exciting. You know what I'm saying? It's extremely exciting. With the amount of product that is coming out, the amount of ideas, this new AMP system, and I keep forgetting the acronym. What is AMP? Accelerated oh shoot, I can't remember what. You don't remember what that AMP stood for, did you?
No. Like auto machines or something?
Modular something. But that's going to change. I can't really say much more. They're going to be sending me samples. We're going to do videos on them. They're going to do videos on them. It's just really going to be exciting. So it's almost like, so we've been doing this now 4 years, and you'd think that we kind of have peaked, but we haven't even peaked, guys. We haven't even started to up the mountain of mine. All right, so like this, slot cars to me is like this. We are just now getting to the summit of Mount Everest. So you start at the town. Okay, and then you have to go to the summit, which is kind of like a base of operations before you can get up the Mount Everest. And we just now got to the summit. We just now got to the plateau, where all the base is set. Now we're going to start our journey up to the Mount Rush, up to Mount Everest. After what I heard at this show with Chad, conversation I've had with Chad and with Richard, we just now hit the plateau, the base camp, and now we're going to start trekking up. Unbelievable. I did a video. I've got a video before I left, which Chad said I could do a 60-second video on these. There's 2 items that are coming out, and I did a video on them, just showing you what they look like. And, look at Mayflower, a Mayflower right there.
Oh wow, that was.
Isn't that sweet? Mayflower. Now, that's the white one. That'd be cool to do the white one. But the Mayflower original color was that dark green and yellow. I love the yellow. The yellow was really what made the Mayflower vehicle stand out. That yellow and green combination. Just, of course, that's pretty too, but maybe we could do that next year, the Mayflower 2.
Oh, I know what you should do. Whenever you should get a Mayflower truck and see if you can get it to the demo derby.
Man, this road is terrible.
Oh yeah, did we miss that Loves?
No, we didn't. It's right up here.
We need to see if we can get a Love Center.
Another I wheel. You think so far everything is a-okay.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, I don't want to base everything on who's going to be president, but that sure would help.
Phoenix in 191 minutes.
Well, I'm trying to think what else I could really talk about. What else should we talk about? Trying to think what else.
Sets.
And they're not doing away with the Thunderjet or Extraction or 4-gear chassis. They're too popular.
Is there one set that you're allowed to show yet or say yet?
Yeah, I haven't said anything about those 2 sets.
Huh?
I haven't said anything about those other 2 sets.
Are you allowed to say the first one?
Yeah, the Johnny or the Speed Racer.
So talk about that since you're allowed to.
It's got white track, Speed Racer. Go, go, Speed Racer. Go, Speed Racer, go. I want to keep everything above board with Auto World because Richard has really come through with being Speed Racer here. All right, turn that off. I can't have that by my live stream.
Huh?
Copyright.
Never reminded me about that.
A lot of truck traffic here in Kingman. The problem is This is 95 coming out of Vegas, but then it stops, and then you get on 95 or 40 East. It's really weird. Because I'm doing the live stream, Adam.
He knows that.
I don't know why he's calling me.
He calls you when you're on live streams. Have you noticed that yet?
Yeah, but he knows I can't talk to him on a live stream.
And then he's like, why don't you ever answer me? Do you even like me?
Why would he call me on a live stream? What did he say? I thought there was a Love's right here, but I think it's in Kingman. Truck Stop of America. Love's? Is there a Love's here? No. Cash price is $3.19.
We can go to 76 and get me a drink so I don't die. Is it Trucking America? Oh, gotta take your gas.
Now this was the, I think this Love's up here is the Love's that we got when we left Vegas with Daniel a year ago. This was the first Love's we stopped, and they had just got the sets. Now see, what's his name lives in Kingman, so he probably already stopped at this Love's. This probably doesn't have any sets. He probably already bought them here. James, not James, James Curtis, or James Murphy, or not Kurt, James Reeves, yeah, or James Curtis, yeah, shoot.
James Reeves. I think I have one more lesson to do, then I should be done.
This is in Kingman. Adam, just call my other phone. Well, we just got into Kingman, Arizona, and all of a sudden my internet died. I have no idea why that happened. You'd think that I'd be in Kingman, I would have internet. I don't know how I'm doing a live stream to people all over the world. There's an In-N-Out burger right there, but right, you can't have that on, David.
Why?
Because it's copyrighted.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
How do you know?
Boy, the roads here are terrible. Holy moly. Kingman, Arizona.
You saying you can't play Speedway Storm?
Well, turn that down. You're supposed to be doing your homework.
I am. My back.
Go in the back seat. There's no, there's shade back there. Well, I don't know where I missed that Loves. There was a Loves, but we missed it somewhere. Oh well.
I tried to tell you.
I didn't see it anywhere. So we've got the Bree cars with me. I have all 3 Bree cars. I have 2 John Wick cars, and I have the Blues Brother car. So I have all those cars. We're going to show those cars tonight. At the hotel, we're going to do when we get to the hotel. I'm going to do a live stream tonight showing off these cars. I'm going to do Facebook. I'm going to do TikTok because I can do a live TikTok. I'm going to do a live TikTok tonight. So I can show off these cars.
Are you alive?
Yes, I'm back. I'm live back on TikTok. I'm live. I'm live.
Yes, Dad, you're alive.
But yeah, I think it's really exciting and what's coming out over the next 6 months. And this afternoon I'm going to be on Channel B. Channel B will more of a it's going to be a perspective of the election. I'm going to give you my opinion on the election on Channel B. And I'm going to give you a kind of an update on what I think is going to happen. And that's going to be on Channel B this afternoon.
B?
That's ProTinkerToys, Mr. Tinker. Yes. Yeah, see, that's it. My name is Bryan Lancaster. That truck is kind of pulling my way. Now, why did you do that? Come on, man. Move the truck over so I can drive through you. My name is Bryan Lancaster. You know, I used to do a lot of impersonations when I was younger. Now, I never pursued. There it is. Love's is right there. No, this is the one. This is the one. I want to get some gas. Yes. My name is Bryan Lancaster, and I want to tell you something. And I probably could make a lot of money doing impersonations because I used to do them really good. But the problem is, I don't have my salivas, and I have dentures. And it's hard to do an impersonation when you've got dentures. I used to do Jimmy Stewart or James Cagney. You dirty rat, I'm gonna get you really good. Do you understand me? And I used to do Humphrey Bogart. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Oh, no, let's see, Humphrey Bogart. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. How did I do Humphrey Bogart? Yeah, see. Well, that's Edward G. Robinson was. Yeah, see, we're gonna get you guys. See, hey, there's the guys in the camper. See, they've been there for a year now.
There's no way.
Yep, same camper.
Is that actually?
Yep, same camper.
You should go confront them.
It is kind of funny how they're still sitting there.
They've been there for like 3 years.
You want to ask them why they're there for a year?
Yeah, I want to see if they try to lie.
When I leave, I'll ask him.
That guy looks like he's
Out of gas. Well, he's not out of gas. He's been there for a year, okay? Out of gas. So he's been sitting there for a year.
Oh,
The same guy. Okay, he's been sitting there for a year. Can you believe it? Go check.
Oh, okay. Can you leave one of your phones in here?
Why?
So I don't lose the hotspot. Because every time
It's right there.
I feel like you did ban for a long time if you shut that one.
All right, so I need to take this phone off so I can pay for my gas. All right, so we're going to, I'm going to have to put this on hold for a minute, okay, while I pay. I'm on gas. But yeah, so there's a guy over here. He's right over here, all right? And he's been sitting there for a year. We were here last year at the show last year. He's been sitting there for a year. He ran out of gas. He's still there. So I'm gonna have to give him some gas, okay? So he's got to get somewhere because he's not going anywhere. Anyway. Now there's no love sets, or else David would be running out here to let me know. What's the story? 2 sets and no eye wheels? Does anybody? No, they're pretty. Yeah, go ahead and clean them. You need the long poles. No, the long ones. You need to find the long ones. Right there. That guy, what a nice guy he is. What a nice guy. Okay, so we got a guy over there that ran out of gas. I'll ask him when I go by. I'll say, why are you out of gas? You know what I'm saying? Oh, David is doing the windows. Let's see how David's doing on the windows. Let's see how David's doing on the windows. Now, remember what I said, you gotta... Now, why isn't this switching? Why won't it switch?
You gotta press the switch button.
Anyways, he's got to get it so there's no streaks, all right? So make sure you do that with no streaks. You understand? You understand, David? Make sure you do that without making a mess, right? There you go. Very good. Now he's doing a good job. All right. My grandfather would have told him to do it over again if he didn't do a good job. All right. So I don't know why why the screen won't change. I don't know why it won't change. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait a minute. What did they change? Why is it doing that? Why is it going left to right? What's that all about? Oh, somebody must have changed some. I hear a lot of words that stuff is coming out, but I see nothing. I know that. A lot of stuff is in the works. All right. All you have to do is trust me. All you have to do is trust me. Okay? You have to trust me. How many trust me? Let me ask that question. So I think there's a problem with the internet, or I think there's a problem with YouTube. Their algorithm's all screwed up. All right, so here's what I'm seeing. So I push the switch button. It's not switching. It's not switching at all. So when I push to go the camera the other direction, it's not doing anything. Oh, now it's working. Now it's working. All right, so there's no love sets.
I mean, there is love sets, no eyeballs.
Did you? Let me go in real quick. I want to give some money to these firefighters.
Those ones?
They must be collecting money for local firefighters. Nobody's giving them any money. You guys, you talk to David. I'll be right back. Let me move the car.
What's that right there?
Check out that.
That's what you have, but...
Man, I tell you, some of these girls, they wear stuff. I don't think they're wearing any clothes.
So that's what firefighters open the door?
Yes. All right, so Pinyon Pie Fire District. Pinyon Pie. Okay, so should I buy those two sets and take them to Cincinnati or should I wait and try other loves? Any opinion? Any opinion? I agree, Arbuckle. Looks like a cheap toy. I'd only pull the, let's see, I only pulled the trucks out and use it if it was the same. So you think I should buy them there, James Butler? So where did you get the dark blue 66 Mustangs? So what do you think? Anybody, any recommendations? Should I buy the love sets? We got James Butler says yes. Yep, we got 2 yeses. We only have 19 people watching. Yes, Adam says I should buy the 2 sets. Get them. All righty, I'll get them. Now wait here.
I want to show this toy gun, but I know I'll get banned for it. Fine. Why'd you buy them? You already had enough.
Are you gonna? Okay, so I just bought 2 more. Listen, you know what it is? It's this. I've been doing this for 26 years. If I had, and no, I'm not, Arbuckle, and I'm going to tell you why, Arbuckle. Okay, because you have not been in the business like I have for 26 years. If I had some of the sets, SCX sets that I originally started selling back in 1998, good grief. Unbelievable. You know, I would believe, Arbuckle, if I had not bought those 400 race sets back in 2016, if I had all 400 of them right now, I would agree with Arbuckle. Yeah, I would have them forever. But Every single set that I have. Okay, so for example, so back in, and I'm going to prove Arbuckle wrong because I've been doing this for 20 some years, and I've had Young's Newsstand or ProTinkerToys.com for 4 years, and back in 21, January of 21, Suzanne called me from Autoworld. Hey Bryan, I go, what, Suzanne? Hey, we were doing an inventory of sets in Washington State. And we found 100 what was the name of that? Stock Car Shootout. It was a NASCAR set. It was with Petty and Isaac. No, it was Petty and somebody else. Maybe it was Isaac. And it was a trial of the same track as the track that's in this box. And so we broke open 50 sets so I could sell just the bank curve as a package. And we sold those for $59.99, just the bank curved package. I then sold the terminal track and the hand throttles and the terminal track, hand throttle, and power supply. I would sell that for $19.99. I don't have any of those left. I don't have any of the bank curve sets left. So that's $19.99. Then I sold the cars for $40 a piece. That's $80 plus $159 plus $59 plus $20. And that's not including, I think there was like 4 pieces of straight track. So that's extra straight track. So I guess my comment is to everyone that watches my live stream, and I appreciate everybody that watches it, and I appreciate comments when you come in, but when you say something, can you turn that down a little bit? Oh no, it's over here. So when you make comments about certain things that, you know, like if you've never done something, you can't tell me that these are not going to be gone in you know, a year or 2 years. Because the fact of the matter is, there's so few of these ever made. We could put them on our website, which Daniel has them on the website right now. And I think he's got them for $179. I think that's what he's selling them for, $179. I don't know if he's actually got them up or not. It's 85. Let's see, it's 85. I can't read your guys. I can't read it. It's 80. It's 85 times in the land of Tinker. No, it's not like I don't know what you guys are saying. I can't read this. You know, it's not that I know everything. Listen, if I've never opened a store, and if I've not been to every hobby store in America at least 3 times over the last 10 years, if I hadn't worked for 2 slot car companies, okay, or actually 3 slot car companies, if I hadn't had 5 different retail stores, if I just basically all of a sudden started watching your live stream and I started telling you all this stuff, you would probably kind of say, does this guy know what he's talking about? Well, I do know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about very deeply because I've been doing it all my life. I have been in retail, in the idea of retail, ever since I was 12 years old. 11. Yeah, 11. That was the first time I started to be in a retail or money myself, knowing that I had to create my own wealth because I didn't have any money. My mother was poor. I would come home living next to Franklin Park Mall in the Imperial Trace Apartments, and there was no groceries in the refrigerator anywhere. We were poor. My mom was poor. I know what I'm talking about. That's all there is to it. Now, a lot of people, I think that's a lot of people why people hate Trump. He thinks he knows it all. And you know what? He does a lot. You know, he's great at what he does. You know, he was talking about that. I don't know if anybody watched Gutfeld last night. He was on Greg Gutfeld's last night on Fox last night. Great interview. Anyways, he was talking about how that NBC wanted him to sign a 5-year contract to do The Apprentice, 5 more years. 5 more years. Now, does everything that he does make money? No, nobody does. Abraham Lincoln had 5 failures before he became president, and then he was shot at the end. Ulysses S. Grant, great general, tried to write a book. They were going to take advantage of him, and then Clarence, or what's his name, Samuel Clemens came to him and said, "I'll write it for you. You deserve the money." And his widow got all the money from his book. But every one of these love sets are going to go up in price.
In about 10 days.
It's not that I want to sell them. I mean, if I wanted to break up the cars and just sell the cars, you know, for $50 a piece, you could do that, and then the track then would be worth $59, and the terminal track and the power supply. People are always wanting to order the power supply, 2 hand throttles, and a terminal track. I'm out of those right now, but I could sell those all day long. Keep trying to think Mr. Tinker is not helping you. Okay, now what are we saying? Keep trying to think Mr. Tinker isn't helping you. I don't understand some of these comments. Are you reading any of these? Are you still working on your homework?
I have 20 lessons to catch
Guys,
up.
Bryan is looking down the road. No, they don't understand that. I had $20,000 in the bank back in 2017 when Craig at Auto World called me and said, "Do you want to buy these race sets?" Now, I could put them in the stock market or, you know, a CD and get 5%. Who would want a 5% or 10% return rate? I bought them and I doubled my money. I doubled my money. It took me, 5 years to get rid of them? These love sets, we could put them on our website and just be selling them forever. Because I guarantee you, someplace in America that doesn't have a loves and doesn't have a set and said, "Man, I wish I could have had one of those love sets." That's why we're taking them all to Kentucky. Now, maybe there's other dealers there that are going to have a half dozen love sets too. Maybe. But what's great about my website is my website covers the world. Do you understand? The world. There might be somebody in Canada that's never going to be able to get a love set. I would be the only way of getting it to him. Maybe there's a guy in Europe that wants one, and he sees it there.
What China.
Maybe in China. Maybe in Hong Kong. Maybe in Pakistan. Maybe in Saudi Arabia. I don't know. Oh my gosh. It's amazing how and I don't know if a lot of you guys just do this just to see my reaction. I think it is. I think they just want to see my reaction. I can't read your comments. So when you write your comments, it's really between you guys. Because I can't read them. I don't have my glasses on, and I still can't read them because my screen darkens out when it gets hot. It's like I told this kid. There's a kid that comes to our church. He started coming to our church. His name is Alec. And he's kind of a shy guy, and he doesn't shake hands, so he's he's somewhat autistic, I think, maybe, and so he doesn't shake hands, and he's not, outgoing and everything. And so I said to him one day, I went up to him, I said, Alec, how you doing? And he goes, hi, how you doing? And I said to him, I said, Alec, here's what I want you to do. And it's the same with Robert Fish, in the sense that you got to do things that you normally don't do. Now, maybe that's why a lot of people watch me. They like what I'm doing. I'm outgoing. I'm not a conventional guy. I mean, I do things that if you tell me it can't be done, I'll do it.
That's crazy.
And that's what I'll do. If you tell me it can't be done, then I'll try to do it.
Well, if it can't be done, it can't.
Well, not necessarily. They said that you couldn't go to the moon, and we did. Now, my sons don't believe that, but, that's because they're millennial. They're millennials.
Dad, you want to know something? Earth is flat. Bryan taught me that.
But I told Alec, I went to Alec one day, and I said, Alec, do me a favor. Next week, I want you to do one thing that you've never done. Just do something different that you've never done. So the next Sunday, he came to church, and I said, Alec, what'd you do? He said, I went to Subway at Walmart next to my apartment. I go, you're kidding. No. He said, I went to Subway and got a Subway at McDonald's or at Walmart next to my apartment. I said, see, that's something you've never done.
Or you could have just been lying.
It's like you guys, it's doing something different than what you always do. Do you know that I don't know what this, I don't know if, I'm not going to give you the exact number, but I don't know if it's 40%, 60 or 80%, but I know it's a large number of percentage of Americans that will never leave or never go 50 miles away from where they're born, which I find amazing. I love traveling the country. I mean, this state right here, I'm going through Arizona. I mean, this state is huge.
54 miles.
It's huge. This state is huge. And this is just one state of 50 that we have.
51.
The state of Texas is as large as France, just France. Do you realize that if America's full potential could be released, it would be the largest what do you call it? The largest
State, country?
No, not state. It would be the largest expansion in the largest revolution in history. We had the Industrial Revolution, we had the internet revolution. If America was allowed to do its full potential, the world would be changed forever. Changed forever. It would just, it is so amazing. I'm always amazed at our true potential. And just the state of Texas alone is absurd. You know what I'm going to do when I get back? So here's what I'm going to do when I get back. I'm going to go to my local pizza joint, Pizzanella's Pizza. I've been eating that pizza for ever since I moved to Bowling Green in 1973. And I started eating that pizza nonstop all the way through high school, and I still eat it. I'm going to go there on Tuesday. I'm going to buy they have these small mini pizzas. I'm going to buy a small mini pizza, and I'm going to tell them to cook it halfway, which they do. And then I'm going to take it home. I'm going to stick it in the freezer. I'm going to freeze it. Then I'm going to physically pack it in front of you guys. I'm going to pack it, wrap it in bubble wrap, and I'm going to ship it to Snuggies on Tuesday. And you guys are going to all witness this, okay? And I'm going to ship that frozen pizza to Snuggles. And I'm going to see, and I want to see when he gets it if it's still frozen or if it's half frozen. And I'm going to ship it UPS, standard mail. It will get there in 2 days. 3 days, maybe.
Where does Snuggie live?
Connecticut. And I'm going to do that.
Scale of 1 to 10, what do you want to hug from me?
All right, so we're going through the mountains, and I'm going to have to sign off because I knew I'd be hitting this within an hour.